This weekend, a menu from the Titanic, along with the victim's pocket watch and a deck blanket, were all up for sale. This was part of a larger auction of historic transportation memorabilia. And that menu sold for more than $100,000, according to the auction house. The pocket watch and the blanket went for around $118,000.
Such cool artifacts. Okay, now for a look at what's still ahead on the Today Show.
This morning on the third hour of Today, Dylan's bringing us a sneak peek at this year's Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, plus our series On the Money, help navigating the home buying process. And in Today Food, a homemade apple tart. That's all this morning on the third hour of Today.
That's it for us. Thanks for watching. I'm Philip Mena.
And I'm Francis Rivera. Have a great Tuesday. See you back tomorrow.
If you've been hurt in a wreck, call Crocker Law Firm.
For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Today, Morgan & Morgan has more offices, more staff, and more lawyers than any other injury firm in the world. Call Morgan & Morgan for the people.
Person, place, or thing.
It's not Las Vegas, Atlantic City.
Play along with a chance to win from home on WNKY, NBC 40.
Everything about a big truck crash is serious. At Hughes & Coleman, we give these cases the urgent attention they demand. As soon as you call us, our truck response team can jump into action, gathering evidence, talking to witnesses, getting police reports, and reconstructing the accident in order to build a powerful legal case for you. We're your on-the-scene big truck team. So if you've been injured, call the real truck lawyers at Hughes & Coleman. Truck wreck? Get Hughes & Coleman and get it done. Call 800-800-4600.
It's another chilly morning across southern and central Kentucky. I'm also tracking a dry trend as we go throughout the week. Could we expect any rain chances? I know we need some rain. I'll have that coming up in your News 40 Weather Authority full forecast. News 40 Sunrise starts right now.
Coming up on News 40 Sunrise, there are many ways to take care of your skin as you get older, but there are some mistakes that can be detrimental to your health. We'll discover what those are and how you can keep your skin healthy. Then, get the inside scoop on the soon-to-come Jingle Bell Run in today's edition of Soki's Choice. Plus, Thanksgiving is just around the corner and prices at the grocery store are up. We'll find out how you can save on the feast this holiday season. News 40 Sunrise starts right now. Good morning, and thank you for joining us here on News 40 Sunrise. Today is Tuesday, November 14th. I'm Ashley Wilson. Let's start off with our top stories. A jury has begun deliberating at the federal trial of a former Louisville police officer accused of violating Breonna Taylor's civil rights. Prosecutors say ex-officer Brett Hankison opened fire on the 26-year-old black woman's apartment the night she was killed during a botched raid in 2020. Hankison was one of 4 former officers charged with civil rights violations, accused of endangering Taylor and others. A prosecutor said in closing arguments that Hankison sent bullets flying the night of Taylor's death. None of the shots Hankison fired struck anyone, and his lawyer said he was just trying to protect himself and other officers. Jurors deliberated about an hour Monday and plan to resume later today. A burn ban is now in effect for Barron County. Judge Executive Jamie Bewley-Byrd signed the order just before 5 p.m. Monday. The executive order cites the multiple recent wildfires in and around Barron County, and the current fire hazard season is a reason for the ban. The ordinance bans all outside burning effective immediately until further notice. And our community's crash responders put their lives on the line every day. This week, we're pausing to celebrate them and learn more about how to keep them safe. This week is National Crash Responder Safety Week. Crash responders are those who clean up the roadways after a wreck or help with removing vehicles. As traffic ramps up during the holiday season, we are sure to see more responders on the roadways. It's a dangerous job that first responders need you to be aware of to keep them as safe as possible.
We've had fire trucks that have been hit. We've had rollback tow trucks that's been hit on the side of the road while trying to assist on a collision. So we've had first responders of all nature be struck by vehicles that either were traveling too fast, weren't paying attention to the road, or didn't get over like they were supposed to.
If you didn't know, Kentucky state law requires you to move over to the next lane if possible when first responders are out on the road. So as the year comes to an end, Kentucky State Police asks you to keep our eyes peeled for those working to clean up those car accidents. In lighter news, one local restaurant plans to continue their tradition of giving a Thanksgiving meal to the community this year. Teresa's restaurant on Gordon Avenue will offer a full, free Thanksgiving meal to anyone who comes to the restaurant November 24th. This is an ongoing tradition dating back to the original owners of the restaurant. News 40 stopped by to find out what bringing back this event means to those working at the diner.
I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it because it's really neat to see that we all as a family come together as Teresa's restaurant to provide for our locals that come in every day and our community, and for, you know, anybody that's not getting a Thanksgiving meal.
Volunteer slots are still available at Teresa's. Anyone who wants to help serve the community is welcome to apply at the restaurant. That was a first look at your top stories. Now let's bring in meteorologist Darius Mack for a check of our forecast. Darius, another chilly morning.
Yeah, another chilly morning, Ashley, as we're tracking those numbers into the 30s and 40s out there, 42 there into Allen County. Checking in for Barron County, Glasgow thermometer at 39 degrees. Generally seeing those numbers into the 30s. It's a frosty, chilly start once again, which is typical for this time of year. Winds flowing in from the east to northeast. It's around an area of high pressure that's been keeping things dry and quiet for us pretty much as we go throughout this week. I'm not really expecting much of any rain chances, but I am going to be tracking some rain chances a little bit later. I'll tell you more about that. Radar pretty dry and quiet, again, all associated with this area of high pressure. This is going to continue to serve up some sunshine our way as we go throughout the day. Your commuter forecast on this Tuesday, temperatures into the 60s this afternoon, cloudier times for your PM drive. Weather on the Force is brought to you by Deborah Rose, attorneys at law.
WNKY News 40, broadcasting live from the German American Bank studio in downtown Bowling Green. Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher.
The nursing home made you an important promise. They promised to be a good home for your loved one and to provide professional care in a safe environment. Now the nursing home has broken that promise and you're left searching for answers. Call us at Hughes & Coleman for a free consultation. If your loved one suffered a serious injury or untimely death while in a nursing home, get Hughes & Coleman and get it done. Call 800-800-4600. Standing up for your loved ones is what matters now.
Instantly? DraftKings, you spoiling me now. Getting paid in the blink of an eye. NBA legend Allen Iverson hit us with a sports metaphor.
This instant offer is kind of like my crossover. Just place your bet, and it's money.
Oh, he did.
Score 2 great NBA offers. Bet $5 to get $150 instantly in bonus bets. Plus, no sweat same game parlays every day. The crown is yours.
Injured in a car accident? At Floor, Templeton Stewart Accident Injury Lawyers, we're dedicated to getting maximum value for our injured clients. Experience. Only our top attorneys will represent you. Personal representation with local attorneys who care. Commitment to our clients. Get maximum value. Call Floor, Templeton Stewart for big results with local top attorneys.
If you have a family gathering coming up and want everybody to get to sit at the adults table, Ford's can help. We have a huge selection of dining rooms in stock and ready for immediate delivery. Multiple finishes and styles available now at Ford's Furniture in Bowling Green.
WNKY News 40 is always on at WNKY.com.
Your daily skincare routine or lack of one may be dimming your youthful glow. In today's Health Minute, News 40's Morgan Hoover has the top 3 anti-aging mistakes and how to avoid them.
It's your body's largest organ, but we don't always take the best care of our skin.
They don't treat it with the same respect sometimes as they do their internal organs.
Skin not only protects your body, but keeping it healthy can also slow the aging process. The first and most important common skin mistake made is not protecting your body from the sun. Not only does exposure to UV rays cause damage that could lead to cancer, but it's also a cause of early aging. Wear and reapply a high-quality, mineral-based, broad-spectrum sunscreen, even when it's cold outside, says Dr. Nicholas Sinclair with Cleveland Clinic.
I think sometimes people get into a little bit of trouble when they're out in scenarios like skiing in the winter time or doing yard work, things that they don't think about as a high sun exposure activity.
Sinclair says the next mistake is smoking. It too raises cancer risk, but can also cause premature wrinkles and facial aging by restricting blood flow, which can deprive skin of oxygen. A final mistake, not having a good skincare routine. Sinclair recommends a 3-part regimen with some sort of antioxidant like a vitamin C serum that should be applied in the morning. A gentle cleanser, one that cleans but isn't abrasive. And finally, a retinoic acid, which should be put on at night to increase collagen and cell turnover.
It does not need to be expensive. It does not need to be fancy. There are some great brands, and it really doesn't need to be a over-the-top regimen.
For WNKY News 40, I'm Morgan Hoover.
New research shows older people with mild hearing loss are at greater risk of falling. The study conducted at UC Health in Colorado did not explain why hearing loss increases the risk, but researchers found hearing aids can help prevent people from falling, especially if they're wearing the hearing aids consistently. The study found people who wore hearing aids had about a 50% less chance of falling compared with those people who did not wear them. The risk fell even more for people who wore their hearing aids at least 4 hours a day. Coming up next on News 40 Sunrise, we'll have all the details on the upcoming Jingle Bell Run benefiting the Arthritis Foundation in today's Sophie's Choice.
Plus, I'm tracking a quiet weather pattern. Could we see any rain this week? That answer after Sophie's Choice.
Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher.
Over the years, people have asked me, how did your firm get so big? The answer is simple. We won a lot. Why do you think some of these other firms are so much smaller? Maybe it's because not many people hire them. In this business, you grow by winning. As America's largest injury law firm, we have more lawyers than any other injury firm. Proof's in the pudding. Size is our strength. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
Just rockin' and rollin', baby. Cut back tomorrow.
We got you all fixed up. Got it all fixed up for you, ma'am. Let there be light, ma'am.
Looks like she finally called JB.
Do you have settled or uneven concrete? USS is here to help. Changing weather conditions and poor drainage causes the soil under your concrete to shift and erode, and your concrete to settle. USS uses Polylift to raise sunken concrete in sidewalks, pool decks, porches, and more. Polylift is less expensive than full replacement, and you can walk on your concrete within minutes of repair. Visit USS-KY.com for a free estimate.
We'll guarantee our best. Call USS.
When we hear that sound, the competition is on.
Wow, we certainly have a dramatic game ahead of us.
I'm taking a deep breath. I hope you are too.
Can you think quick enough?
It's very crazy.
And bet big enough?
12,400. Whoa, he's betting everything.
The stakes are high. The clock is ticking.
This is nerve-wracking.
Do you have what it takes for Jeopardy? Weeknights at 6 on WNKY, NBC 40.
Welcome back to News 40 Sunrise, and as always, thank you so much for joining us. The time is now 6:12 a.m. I'm Simon Modesto. The holiday season is in full swing, and back is a family favorite to help raise money for a great cause. The Jingle Bell Run 5K and Walk helps raise money for the Arthritis Foundation, and they are this week's Soki's Choice, brought to you by J.C. Kirby & Son.
The Arthritis Foundation puts on Jingle Bell runs across the country this time of year, and ours has always been the Saturday before Thanksgiving because, you know, it's just a busy season, the holidays, but we like to think of it as one of the more festive races that kicks off the holiday season. So our race this year is Saturday, November 18th at 9 a.m. at a new location this year, South Warren High School. We figured out a route that starts at the athletic facility and ends at the athletic facility, which is where all the activities will take place. We'll have Santa there, we'll have lots of treats, lots of coffee. So we're looking forward to a really good turnout. And our involvement with the Jingle Bell Run dates back to 2002 when we actually hosted 4 in a row back in those years. That's because our then 4-year-old daughter was diagnosed with juvenile rheumatoid arthritis. And it was a painful year, and she has had a lot of peaks and valleys. So it just felt like something we wanted to do to give back to, you know, the 60 million Americans that suffer from arthritis, and we know firsthand that 300,000 of them are children. This is just a way to fundraise, to raise more money, more awareness for treatment, for research, for more doctors to get into that field. So we're just real excited about all of our sponsors, all of our participants. We love partnering with the AOPIs at WKU. The Arthritis Foundation has long been their philanthropy, and so it just made sense to utilize their manpower, woman power, if you will. We have packet pickup this year at Cheney's Dairy Barn. We're so thankful for that. It's going to be Friday night from 5 until 7, and then we will start registration before 8 o'clock on Saturday morning, so we will take walk-ups.
The Jingle Bell Run this year will be happening at the South Warren High School Athletic Facility on November 18th, starting at 9 a.m. You can help raise money for the Arthritis Foundation, and they do take registrations the day of. But if you would like to pre-register, you can do so by visiting jbr.org/bowlinggreen. And that's a look at this week's Soki's Choice. And now I'm going to send it over to meteorologist Darius Mack for a check of your forecast. Darius?
Thanks, Tommy. We're starting off pretty dry out there. Of course, it is chilly with those numbers into the 30s. Another chilly, frosty morning across central and southern Kentucky. As far as things go with radar, it's a clean sweep. Clouds and radar, we're seeing some clouds. It's all associated with this wave of low pressure down into the Gulf of Mexico. That's fanning some clouds our way. But we also have an area of high pressure that's working to really keep things quiet for us as we go over the next few days. We check out those temperatures and the general spread into the low and middle 30s out there with some 40s in some locations. Scottsville, Gamelia, Franklin currently sitting into the 40s right now. Winds flowing in from the east to northeast, again around that area of high pressure. Generally a light and calm wind out there. Here's the latest from Drought Monitor. This updates once a week. I think we could see this area, yellow, where it's abnormally dry, we could see that expand because Bowling Green has been lacking rain over the last couple of months or so. You can see areas that are moderately dry, especially across eastern Kentucky where they are dealing with wildfires. Latest smoke and fires map showing areas that have been dealing with some wildfires. Of course, it is wildfire season, but really they're into eastern Kentucky, say towards Perry County, Breathitt County, where they are seeing fires out there. So it's just been too dry out there. We've had low relative humidity values, so try to avoid any outdoor burning. It's not recommended if you can. Of course, there's a burn ban for Barron County, but for most areas, be sure to not burn anywhere between at least 6 p.m. and 6 a.m. That's the best time to burn. That's because the relative humidity is typically higher during that time, and the winds are typically lighter during that time period as well. So just keep that in mind. Here's your extended forecast as we fast forward into Wednesday. So we're going to keep things pretty dry. We got those clouds in the mix, and that's all associated with that ridge of high pressure. But notice what develops later this week as we work into Friday, a frontal boundary that will be draped across the region. This will provide just enough lift to give us some rain chances. Now, these are just going to be some light showers generally that moves through the area. I don't think it's going to be bringing us a really nice dill setting rain, but it will be some needed rain that will be moving through southern and central Kentucky later this week. So Friday holds our best rain chance with that 60% chance for showers. And then notice temperatures will drop as we go into the weekend. Futurecast with your communities in view. We got clouds that will be in the mix today, but temperatures will still be pretty warm. We're going to be somewhere in the upper 60s. I think some areas could actually work towards 70 degrees this afternoon. Clouds increasing late tonight And early into your Wednesday, as we continue to see that system towards the south, that will still continue to kind of pull in some clouds our way. As we go for your Wednesday morning time frame, temperatures in the 50s by 8 a.m. and then we're going to see blasts of sunshine from time to time as we work our way throughout your Wednesday. Again, it is just going to be a rinse and repeat pattern of just how quiet and dry it is as we go over the next few days. So not really expecting much in the way of rain chances this week. Only on Friday is when I'm tracking a rain chance. So we're still going to continue to track a pretty decent dry pattern as we go through the week. Your 7-day forecast, your weekend, cooler, highs in the upper 50s and low 60s. Now it's time to wish our friends happy birthday in today's Sophie's birthday. No, it's time to go to break. We'll be back after this.
What does it mean when we say, get Hughes & Coleman and get it done? It means getting a powerful law firm on your side, one with a proven record of success. And it means the peace of mind of never paying us a fee unless we get money for you. Get Hughes & Coleman and get it done.
J.C. Kirby and Son Funeral Chapels, when a person comes in and does their pre-arrangement, I can see over the years that I've worked in this, how much it eases the family's minds. If you have 4 people, they have 4 different ideas of what they want. This settles that to where they say, if that's what mom wanted, that's what dad wanted, you can see the relief on a lot of families' faces, because all you do is say, what time do you want the funeral? What time do you want the visitation? And they can spend more time with their family members and friends in the grieving process. It just really takes a lot of burden off your family.
Sometimes it takes a different approach to see the difference you can make around you. With Capella University's game-changing FlexPath format, set your own deadlines and access coursework anytime. Imagine your future differently with Capella University.
WNKY News 40 is always on. Visit WNKY.com for your latest in local news, sports, and weather.
MeTV presents Sick Burns on Frank Burns.
Why don't you guys like me, huh? Because you're a lousy doctor and a rotten person. Aside from that, well, there's your pimples. My pores won't close. You are a total and definitive pain in the gluteus maximus. Would you like me to translate? You can't talk to me like that.
Watch more of these sick burns on Frank Burns on MASH.
No, you really ought to see a proctologist about possible brain damage.
Most people look at the scene of a truck crash and just see a bad car accident. But at Hughes & Coleman, we know there's more to it. An overloaded trailer, signs of poor maintenance, or a trucking company pushing drivers beyond their limits. If you've been injured in a crash, get Hughes & Coleman and get it done.
The head of the Transportation Security Administration says this holiday season is expected to be the busiest ever. Starting Friday, the TSA expects to screen 30 million passengers. Sunday, November 26th, will likely be the busiest day with nearly 3 million passengers expected to go through airport security checkpoints. Meanwhile, AAA is projecting that more than 55 million people will travel 50 miles or more over Thanksgiving weekend. Since the United Auto Workers' new contract agreement with the big 3 U.S. automakers, 3 foreign car brands, Honda, Toyota, and Hyundai, have voluntarily raised pay for factory workers. Labor experts believe the move is to head off the UAW's strategy to organize U.S.-based plants from foreign automakers and Tesla. And starting today, McDonald's fans can put their best foot forward in a new collaboration with Crocs. The fast food chain and iconic clog maker have teamed up to make 4 styles, a red pair of classic clogs, as well as colorful creations inspired by beloved McDonald's mascots, Grimace, Birdie, and the Hamburglar. The shoes also come with matching character socks. In honor of the limited time team-up, McDonald's will also make a donation to Ronald McDonald House Charities. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Jared Hill.
Thanksgiving is just around the corner, and if you're hosting a dinner this year, get ready for some sticker shock. This year's feast is going to cost you more, but with some thought and effort, you can save money. In today's Consumer Watch, Cole Higgins has 5 tips to keep this year's feast under budget.
It's the Super Bowl of all the food holidays, Thanksgiving. And this year's feast is likely going to cost you more. Although turkey prices are down, side dishes are expected to be more expensive this year compared to last year. That's according to Wells Fargo's new Thanksgiving report.
That is the holiday. We clutter it up with so much other stuff, and we spend money until we're blue in the face.
So what can you do to save? Jessica Allen has these 5 tips to trim the costs. The first step is to create a budget and shop early.
Be realistic. What amount are you comfortable spending on a meal or your portion of the meal that you're contributing to the family dinner, and then stay within it.
2, trim the menu. Cut out the sides that are not huge hits at the dinner table. Choose wisely to avoid overspending on items that only get a few bites.
So can you go for meatless appetizers? Can you go for some beautiful, colorful vegetable or fruit side dishes that save you a little bit of money at the grocery store?
Number 3, go potluck. Experts recommend you ask guests to bring the desserts or sides. That way you can split the cost. Number 4, shop smart. Consider buying items in bulk and start looking for deals now.
When you start early enough, you've got time to piece together your meal from this place and this place and this place.
And finally, ditch the pre-made and pre-cut food. Consider buying those fruits and veggies and cutting them yourself. It's a bit more work, but it will help you avoid high price markups. For Consumer Watch, I'm Cole Higgins.
Thanksgiving is just 9 days away. Weather on the 4s brought to you by Deborah Rose Attorneys at Law to get you out the door on this Tuesday. We take a look at the weather view, courtesy of the Kentucky Mesonet site there with the camera. Looking at the WKU farm, a pretty beautiful view this morning to start off. Of course, it's a chilly, frosty start once again. It's a typical fall morning out there. Temperatures into the 30s, 40 degrees, though in some locations, Scottsville, Edmonton at 40 degrees. Franklin, you were at 40. Now you dropped down to 39 degrees, so you're joining the 30-degree train, at least for now. We got those winds that are flowing in from the east to northeast. It's a light and calm wind moving around an area of high pressure, keeping the pattern pretty dry and quiet for us as we go through most of the week. There's that area of high pressure essentially on top of Indiana there, serving up the dry and quiet weather for us as we go throughout the day. Planning by the hour, temperatures into the 60s. News 40 Sunrise continues after this commercial break.
Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before. With over 2 million phone calls last year alone, more people in more cities across America want more. When you hire Morgan & Morgan, you're also hiring a family business. And after 35 years, we now have more offices, more staff, and more lawyers than any other injury firm in the world. Protecting America, fighting for you. Injured? Call Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Enjoy a great lunch with a different food truck every week and help support our local charities.
Join us for Food Truck Fridays at the Tidballs parking lot on Chestnut Street. Part of your lunch purchase will be donated to a local nonprofit by Flora Templeton Stewart and our food trucks.
Food Truck Friday has collected over $10,000, making a difference in our community.
Brought to you by the law firm of Flora Templeton Stewart.
Do you have mold and wood rot in your crawl space? USS is here to help. A USS encapsulation system will help prevent these issues and improve the air quality in your home. Contact USS for a free estimate.
We'll guarantee our best. Call USS.
Hey, Western Kentucky, we've got a look at the last Titans game, a preview of the next Titans game on the Mike Vrabel Show presented by SeatGeek.
Come hang out with us.
Watch the Coach Mike Vrabel Show Sunday mornings on WNKY CBS 40.
Summer skies, they warm up everything. Then fall comes around, and you know it's getting near. Christmas is my favorite time. Experience so much Christmas the way Santa does.
Welcome back. The time is 6:27. Tracking those chilly temperatures into the 30s, some locations into the 40s. You'll definitely need that jacket, but the quiet weather continues. I'm tracking that just ahead of your News 40 Weather Authority full forecast. The second half of News 40 Sunrise continues.
Welcome back, and thank you for joining us here on News 40 Sunrise. I'm Ashley Wilson. Let's continue with our top stories. A jury has begun deliberating at the federal trial of a former Louisville police officer accused of violating Breonna Taylor's civil rights. Prosecutors say ex-officer Brett Hankison opened fire on the 26-year-old black woman's apartment the night she was killed during a botched raid in 2020. Hankison was one of 4 former officers charged with civil rights violations, accused of endangering Taylor and others. A prosecutor said in closing arguments that Hankison sent bullets flying the night of Taylor's death. None of the shots Hankison fired struck anyone, and his lawyer said he was just trying to protect himself and other officers. Jurors deliberated about an hour Monday and plan to resume later today. A burn ban is now in effect for Barron County. Judge Executive Jamie Bewley-Byrd signed the order just before 5 p.m. Monday. The executive order cites the multiple recent wildfires in and around Barron County, and the current fire hazard season is a reason for the ban. The ordinance bans all outside burning effective immediately until further notice. In our communities, crash responders put their lives on the line every day. This week, we're pausing to celebrate them and learn about how to keep them safe. This week is National Crash Responder Safety Week. Crash responders are those who clean up the roadways after a wreck or help with removing vehicles. As traffic ramps up during the holiday season, we are sure to see more responders on the roadways, and it's a dangerous job that first responders need you to be aware of to keep them as safe as possible.
We've had fire trucks that have been hit. We've had rollback tow trucks that's been hit on the side of the road while trying to assist on a collision. So we've had first responders of all nature be struck by vehicles that either were traveling too fast, weren't paying attention to the road, or didn't get over like they were supposed to.
If you didn't know, Kentucky state law requires you to move over to the next lane if possible when first responders are out on the road. So as the year comes to an end, Kentucky State Police ask that we keep our eyes peeled for those working to clean up those car accidents. In lighter news, one local restaurant plans to continue their tradition of giving a Thanksgiving meal to the community this year. Teresa's restaurant on Gordon Avenue will offer a full, free Thanksgiving meal to anyone who comes into their restaurant November 24th. This is an ongoing tradition dating back to the original owners of the restaurant. News 40 stopped by to find out what bringing this event back means to those working at the diner.
I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it because it's really neat to see that we all as a family come together as Teresa's restaurant to provide for our locals that come in every day and our community, and for anybody that's not getting a Thanksgiving meal.
Volunteer slots are still available at Teresa's. Anyone who wants to help serve the community is welcome to apply at the restaurant. That was another look at your top stories. Now it's time to see who needs a forever home in today's Pet of the Day.
It is now time for your Pet of the Day, brought to you by Morgantown Bank and Trust. And today we have Audrey. Now, Audrey was brought in as a stray, but she is absolutely super friendly. Does great with all dogs of all sizes and great with little kids as well. She is very friendly, loves to play. However, she is a little shy at first. It's going to take a little while for her to get used to you, but nothing that a couple of snacks can't fix, that's for sure. But she's super sweet and she's looking for her forever home. So be sure to adopt Audrey today from the Bowling Green Warren County Humane Society.
I am obsessed with her.
She is so adorable.
She's so pretty.
I mean, just look at her coat. I mean, she seems like just the perfect cuddle dog.
Yes, she's very shy, so it will take some warming up for her, but a little bit of love will help fix that real quick.
Some treats.
And some treats, yes, definitely.
Yeah, so be sure to stop by at the Bowling Green Warren County Humane Society and help Audrey find a new forever home to go to. And coming up after the break, I'm going to plan out your day, the News 40 way. Don't go anywhere.
Name a food you might make edible underwear out of.
Salmon. Teriyaki. Sharing the fun. Weeknights at 5 and 6:30 on CBS 40.
When you come in and open an account with us, you can choose to have a shelter pet card. Whenever you use that card and swipe it as a credit transaction, it triggers a donation back to the animal shelters.
They're able to help the shelter in such an easy way. It's a way to help remotely, and you know that your money is going to be used well. It really means a lot to be a local bank now. We just try to give back in any way we can.
an animal, the wife doesn't mind her husband calling her. Hey, fellas, don't do that. There's no way to fix that.
Family Feud. Weeknights at 5 and 6:30 on CBS 40.
Name an animal, the wife doesn't mind her husband calling her. Hey, fellas, don't do that. It ain't no cute way. Big ass.
5 days a week, you'll be saying, what the feud?
You just my little piglet. There's no way to fix that.
Weeknights at 5 and 6:30 on CBS 40.
Welcome back. Today's forecast features Little Prissy, and Little Prissy says it's another fall day, tracking, of course, those chilly mornings, but then we are going to be tracking those warm afternoons. Numbers into the 30s this morning in some locations, in the 40s. Scottsville at 40 degrees, 36 here in Bowling Green. We've got those winds from the east to northeast right now. Radar dry and quiet, all associated with an area of high pressure that's keeping our pattern pretty quiet and dry for us as we go over the next few days. We plan out your day the news 40 way with your 12-hour planner. Temperatures into the 60s. I think we're going to be somewhere around the middle and upper 60s by this afternoon. Are there any rain chances that show up this week? I'll have that answer with your 7-day forecast. But in the meantime, I'll send it over to Ashley.
Thank you, Darius. It's time now for your Tuesday edition of Sunrise Spotlight. And joining me this morning is Barron County Judge Executive and founder of the nonprofit Helping the Hardworking, Jamie Bewley-Byrd, here to tell us all about an upcoming concert. Judge, good morning.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
Yes.
Now, you're just saying lots going on in Barron County, but this is a special one near and dear to your heart. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so the concert's Saturday night at the Glasgow Plaza Theater. It's Old Crow Medicine. Great band. You know, Wagon Wheel's one of their famous songs. Everyone, will be excited, of course. It's an opportunity to give back to the community because we do these concerts to pay the bill to bring the concert there, but then it also helps out the hard workers in our community, like our servers at the restaurants and the owners of the restaurants, because these people, when they come to Glasgow for the concert, they go to eat there and they enjoy being in Glasgow, and we want them to visit Glasgow more, and that's the reason why we do that. And also we do these concerts for a convenience for our hardworking individuals in our community, to where they don't have to drive to Nashville or drive to Louisville to concerts. They can have it right there in our hometown, and free parking, and just a fun night in Glasgow.
And there is really so much to do in Glasgow and Barron County,
Yes.
and to bring people just to your town for tourism, but for locals too.
Yes.
But why this nonprofit? What made you found this organization?
Well, it's exactly what it means. It's helping the hardworking, and that's what we want to do. Everything we do with the nonprofit, we give back to individuals that aren't asking for help. And it's near and dear to my heart, like you said. It's been going now for a long time. We do some opportunities at the holidays to recognize individuals that go above and beyond, that really never get the recognition or that they deserve. So we give them a thank you during the holidays. But these concerts are more just about, like I said, offering a convenience to our people there in Glasgow, and giving back to the local workers there that, like I said, when we have these concerts, the restaurants are full. Airbnbs are full, and it's just a great opportunity, like I said, for our local people just to have a fun night, not have to travel far, and that's the great part. The concert starts at 8, and typically it's over around 10:15, so I mean, you can be home. And it's great for just to have a fun night. And the square is gorgeous.
Yes.
We have our big Christmas lighting on Friday night, and it is going to be so awesome. So, I mean, even if you're just coming to Glasgow throughout the weekend, we've got shopping events on Saturday. We have this Sip, Shop, and Ho, Ho, Ho Saturday on the square also. So you can kind of make a day of it, shop on the square, hang out, and then go to the concert that evening. So that's what we want to do. We want to just make opportunities for our citizens that are there to enjoy, and then also bring people in from outside to support our local businesses.
Well, it sounds like a great event. Tickets are still available, yes?
We still have tickets available,
Perfect.
yes. And they want to sell out. This is their last show of the season. So, we want to make sure and get everybody there. I think we've got some tickets for sure, still a couple in the lowers, some in the uppers, but we want people to come out and just have a fun night in Glasgow. And everything that goes, all those ticket prices, just go strictly back to bringing people like this into our community. And the more we can sell these shows out, the more people we can bring in. So we want to make sure everybody comes, not just just from Glasgow. We invite anybody from the surrounding areas to come to Glasgow for a fun weekend.
Well, it sounds like a great time to go to Glasgow. Enjoy the weekend. Judge, thank you so much for being here and sharing.
Thank you all for having me.
Of course.
Yes.
That was a look at this morning's Sunrise Spotlight. When we return, Darius Mack is back with another look at your forecast. Stay with us.
Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher.
Home is more than a house. Wherever you are in your journey of homeownership, German American Bank is here to support you. Our team of dedicated mortgage loan professionals can help you with lending solutions featuring low or no down payment, assistance for closing costs and improvement projects, or even loans specifically for first-time home buyers. We're here to tell you, homeownership is achievable. German American Bank, member FDIC.
BG Home Furnishings is the best place to shop and work. We stay motivated with daily massages.
It is just like the North Pole around here. Santa and his elves are delivering daily. We could make a calendar out of our delivery team. Meet Mr. November, always smiling and ready to deliver your sofa. For over 40 years, we are proud to be a locally owned and operated business. We are so thankful for the continued support of our community.
Insurance companies have a favorite kind of accident victim. The ones that take the first offer and don't ask questions. So which kind are you? Get Hughes & Coleman and get it done.
We have a woman and baby to save.
You're going to the reservation.
She doesn't have much time.
You can't just leave me here, ignoring me.
You okay?
Found tonight on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
1955? The cutting edge of nuclear fusion. Einstein wrote this formula. We need to keep it from the Nazis. They could build a bomb.
Quantum Leap, Wednesday on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
Name a food you might make edible underwear out of.
Salmon.
Teriyaki.
Sharing the fun. Weeknights at 5 and 6:30 on CBS 40.
Welcome back. Another full check of your forecast on this Tuesday morning. News 40 meteorologist Darius Mack, and it's another fall day. A chilly morning out there with temperatures into the 30s, some areas in the 40s, another frosty start. But I am expecting a warm, nice afternoon as well. We'll have a few more clouds, though, thrown at us as we go through the day today. Here's the clean sweep that we're tracking on radar. When we throw on the clouds, though, you're noticing those clouds starting to fan in. It's all associated with the wave of low pressure that is there across, say, the Gulf of Mexico. We also have an area of high pressure, though, that's working to keep our pattern pretty dry and quiet for us. I'm tracking pretty quiet weather as we go over the next few days and really for most of the week. Temperatures, I did mention, into the 30s out there with some into the 40s. Gamelia at 41 degrees, 36 degrees at the Bowling Green thermometer. Towards the west there, Muhlenberg County, 34 degrees this hour. Winds are flowing in from the east-northeast around that area of high pressure. It's just been pretty dry across the area. Really, over the last couple of months or so, we've just been lacking on the rain. I think we are 4 or more than 4 inches under where we should be as far as rainfall amounts for this time of year. You can see areas that are abnormally dry. I think this will likely expand with the next update that comes in typically right around Thursday. You can see moderately dry areas, especially across eastern Kentucky, where they are dealing with wildfires. So it's just been way too dry out there. So the best time, if you're doing any outdoor burning, is to burn between 6 p.m. and 6 a.m. That's the time frame where the humidity is higher and also the winds are lower. So that's the best time to do it. But really, we are into that season where fires can spread quickly out there. Check out the current map with smoke and fires. I think eastern Kentucky, of course, where they've been dealing with a lot of the wildfires there, is say into Perry County and also into Breathitt County across eastern Kentucky. Really, it's just been pretty dry across the region. Extended forecast as we fast forward into Wednesday. We got that ridge of high pressure that's going to slide towards the east. That wave of low pressure towards the south is going to work its way along the Atlantic. But notice what happens with this frontal boundary that drops in. That will be bringing us some light rain our way for your Friday. It's not going to bring enough rain to really ease our abnormally dry spell, but it will bring some needed rain our way. Here's Futurecast with your communities in view. Clouds increasing as we go later through the day. Temperatures into the middle and upper 60s this afternoon. We'll still have more clouds that will stream through, but it's really pretty much a rinse and repeat setup with just how quiet and dry things are going to be over the next couple of days, with a few passing clouds and temperatures into the 60s by the afternoon and then into the 30s and 40s early in the morning. Here's that 7-day forecast. Again, our best rain chances on Friday, and then we're dry and cooler this weekend. And now it's time to announce or to wish our friends happy birthday in this week's Soki's Birthday Club.
Feels good to be home. Ashley's Black Friday is going on now. Get up to 75% off holiday hot buys or get 0% interest for 60 months with no down payment. Only at Ashley.
WNKY News 40 loves celebrating our viewers. That's why we bring you Soki's Birthday Club. Joining the club is free and simple. Visit WNKY.com/birthday, fill out the form, and click submit. That's it. Your name will appear on News 40 Sunrise and News 40 at noon on your birthday, and you'll be entered to win a special birthday surprise. WNKY News 40 loves celebrating you because local matters. Soki's Birthday Club is brought to you by these great sponsors.
At Brewster's, we believe life is a celebration. Don't limit yourself to birthdays or holidays. Create a custom cake anytime. Our creamy homemade ice cream catapults the ordinary into the extraordinary. Treat yourself today at Brewster's.
Celebrate the winning season all November long at the Mint Gaming Hall at Bowling Green, featuring an elevated gaming experience with the newest games, sophisticated bars, delicious eats, entertainment, and more. Win up to $2,000 in cash, gift cards, and more in our holiday drawings Wednesday, November 22nd through Saturday the 25th. Drawings at 5, 7, and 9 p.m. Stop in and win this holiday season at the Mint Gaming Hall Bowling Green.
Winning just got closer.
I'm Keisha.
I'm Alan.
And we're Lady Couch.
There's always room on the couch.
And we're saving a seat for you this week on Marquee Backstage.
WNKY News 40 is always on. Visit WNKY.com for your latest in local news, sports, and weather.
Feels good to be home. Everyone shops like a VIP during Ashley's biggest and best Black Friday sale ever. This weekend only, get 25% off store-wide. Plus, shop confidently with Ashley's price match guarantee. Only at Ashley.
Well, welcome into sports. WKU women's basketball was in Diddle Arena last night for some Monday night action. The Tops hosted Cornell as they look to stay undefeated to tip off the season. WKU was led by Acacia Hayes, who finished the night with 18 points, followed by Aaliyah Pitts, who tallied 10. The Tops finished with 8 different players scoring a point last night as they took down Cornell 63-56. Lady Toppers now move to 3-0 on the season for the first time since the 2014-2015 season. Well, WKU volleyball is coming off a sweep over MTSU to close out the regular season. WKU finishes the regular season undefeated in CUSA play and will be the #1 seed in the conference tournament. Up first, the Tops will square off against 8-seeded Jacksonville State and will face the winner of Liberty and UTEP in the second round. Here's what Travis Hudson had to say about the strength of CUSA.
This league has never been healthier in the sport of volleyball and is only going to get better from here because there's really good coaching going on in this league. And so, you know, to stand up to that and not only beat every team in this league, but have to do it on back-to-back days. And you know, most of those top 6 teams that we're talking about, we played on the road. And so just a lot to be proud of and says a lot about the leadership of our team.
Well, it was a rough weekend and has been a tough season for WKU football so far after falling to New Mexico State this past weekend. The Tops are now 5-5 on the year with a 38-29 loss to the Aggies on homecoming weekend. With the loss, WKU now falls out of the Conference USA Championship game. The Tops will look to become bowl eligible this upcoming weekend against Sam Houston State. Well, that's a look at sports. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Patrick. It's now time for this week's Topper Tuesday, and joining me in studio this morning is WKU baseball head coach Mark Reardon, here to tell us about the upcoming season and some exciting new things coming their way. Coach, good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Of course. I mean, everyone knows I love baseball. I love talking baseball. Yeah. And WKU, I mean, you had a great season last season. You're just finishing up the fall, getting ready for the spring. I mean, you're nonstop.
Yes, I think it's one of the most repetitious sports there is, where it is nonstop. You go through the fall, you play the spring, the kids go out for the summer and play in collegiate wooden bat leagues in the summer, so it is a year-round thing.
And of course, we love it. And again, a successful last season, lots to look forward to, a new field house. How do you think all of that's going to help your guys in moving forward?
Well, I think it's huge. It's a big reason why I came to WKU was my relationship with Todd Stewart right away when talking about this position. And then he started telling me about what the vision was and what was about ready to happen. And we sat down and looked at it all, and it got me excited. And I knew that that's what you need for the next level. You know, it's kind of keeping up with the Joneses type of thing. It's what you have, the arms race. So, you know, we're moving forward with that, and it's incredibly exciting.
It'll be great for, you know, the players, the staff, and all of that. So what are you most looking forward to about this upcoming season? Getting the guys back, rested up after the fall, getting ready for the spring?
I just think the second year, you know, I'm just so different coming in. You know, just me, my beliefs, culture, how we do everything. And so now you're getting into that second year where a little bit more foundation being set and then growing. So you know, it's not, for me as a head coach, it's not just this year, it's next year even. You know, it's just these next 2 years are just so exciting for me. And Todd Stewart even laid it down out for me. He said, year one is basically year zero. Just do what you need to do, get it started. And I think we did as a staff. And now we're excited for these next couple of years. Well,
we're excited to have you here, excited to have you part of the Hilltopper community. So how can you get people involved? How would you like to see the community come out for you guys this next year?
I tell you what, my vision has been just, we play a different brand of baseball. We're very exciting. We run, we bunt, you know, we hit the ball out of the yard. We've got great athletes. And we play energetic baseball. And I get baseball can be boring if you don't understand, or it's kind of that chess match, and that's not always fun to watch. I get it, but how we play, I think, keeps people's attention, and the energy that you can have, I think, is contagious. And we showed that last year just with the roster we had and what we were trying to implement, and it instantly started bringing people back. And I think that's what we want to keep doing. Is the bottom line is, they want to see something exciting, but they want to see you have a chance to compete and win. And everybody loves to be part of a winner, and that's what we want to do for this community.
Well, we love WKU baseball, and we appreciate you being here and sharing a little bit about what we can see coming up in the spring. So thank you for being here.
Thank you.
That was another look at this week's Topper Tuesday. When we come back, we'll see what delicious recipe the Pie Queen of Bowling Green has for us. Don't go anywhere.
Bed sores, broken bones, malnutrition, and dehydration are just some of the warning signs of a nursing home that's not doing what they're supposed to do. If you suspect your loved one is the victim of nursing home neglect, call 800-800-4600.
The Haven at Massey Springs is a special place. Alzheimer's and dementia residents need a special kind of care. So at the Haven, we take care of your loved one just like family. Our memory care program stimulates minds in a therapeutic environment and caters a plan of care as unique as your loved one.
Here at Massey Springs, family takes care of family, and it shows. Schedule your tour with us today.
Summer skies, they warm up everything. Then fall comes around, and you know it's getting near. Christmas is my favorite time. Experience so much Christmas the way Santa does.
Do you have musty smells coming up from your crawl space? USS is here to help. Neglected crawl spaces and excessive moisture can cause mold, unwanted pests, wood rot, and high energy bills. A USS encapsulation system will help prevent these issues and improve the air quality in your crawl space, making the air in your home cleaner and healthier for you and your family. Visit uss-ky.com for a free estimate.
We'll guarantee our best. Call USS.
The competition is on.
This is nerve-wracking.
Do you have what it takes for Jeopardy?
Weeknights at 6 on NBC 40.
The nursing home made you an important promise. They promised to be a good home for your loved one and to provide professional care in a safe environment. Now the nursing home has broken that promise and you're left searching for answers. Get Hughes & Coleman and get it done.
Welcome to the Pie Queen's Pantry. I'm Bree, and today on our episode, we're going to be making my whipped pumpkin pie. Let's get started. All right, so you heard me right. We're making a whipped pumpkin pie. I've got all of the components over here. You're going to prep things a little bit beforehand. The great thing about this is when it's Thanksgiving, I have tons of stuff in the oven, so I wanted something that I could do without putting it in the oven. So first thing you're gonna do is mix up just milk and instant pudding, get those going like regular, add your pumpkin and spices, and then in a mixer, you're gonna mix together cream cheese, sugar, and a whole tub of Cool Whip. You can use homemade Cool Whip as well, but I just like to use the store-bought one because it's quicker, especially when you're prepping so many things for the holidays. So this is gonna be your base layer, and then that mixture that you did with the pumpkin is gonna be your next layer. So when you slice this, it's gonna be so much fun and such a showstopper. You can also use a graham cracker crust. I just have my regular shortbread crust. You can always find that recipe on my social media at @thepiequeen_BG. And then the last thing we're gonna do is top it with more Cool Whip. So this is gonna be such a refreshing dessert, something different. I love to swirl it. And then the best part is just sprinkling a little bit of that seasoning just right on the top. Make it fun. All right, let's get this one right here that's chilled a little bit. We're gonna bring it over, hopefully show you guys all the layers. I'd love to know what your favorite holiday dessert is as well. Just hop over and tell me. We've got this guy here. Well, I'm gonna do this so that you can see all those layers. See that? And that's the perfect whipped pumpkin pie, a little bit different for your holidays. Thanks for coming by. Remember, it's not goodbye, it's good pie.
Well, that certainly looks delicious. Let's plan out your day the News 40 way. We're starting off with temperatures right around 40 degrees this morning, and then we're going to be watching those thermometers climb into the 60s as we go throughout this afternoon. Some middle 60s with increasing clouds around. That's all associated with that disturbance down across the Gulf of Mexico. We're going to be wrapping up News 40 Sunrise with your 7-day forecast coming up after this commercial break.
Car wreck? When you get Hughes & Coleman, it can make a big difference. Here's what I mean. Insurance offer, $3,000. Our result, $156,000. Insurance offer, $0. Our result, $385,000. Insurance offer, $300,000. Our result, $1 million. After an accident, if you want to get the money you deserve, get Hughes & Coleman and get it done. Call 800-800-4600.
Shop Macy's Black Friday Early Access now. Like boots for $19.99, up to 65% off sweaters, and beauty and fragrance gift sets 25 and under. Plus, get it faster with store pickup at Macy's.
Reynolds Wrap makes this whole cooking and cleanup thing so easy. Speeds up this so I can get to them.
Easy Prep Cook and Clean with Reynolds Wrap.
The next generation of streaming is here. Introducing Spectrum One Stream with internet, advanced Wi-Fi, mobile, and now TV with the all-new Xumo Stream Box. It's streaming simplified. Get Spectrum One Stream with fast and reliable internet for $49.99 a month, free advanced Wi-Fi, a free unlimited mobile line, and a free Xumo Stream Box when you add Spectrum TV. Go to spectrum.com/stream, a Spectrum store, or call 833-976-4999.
I'm attorney Deborah Brose. I am committed to my clients across South Central Kentucky. But don't just take it from me. If you've suffered a personal injury, I can help. Call our office today for a free consultation.
Person, place, or thing.
It's not Las Vegas, Atlantic City.
Play along with a chance to win from home
on WNKY NBC 40.
If you've been hurt at a wreck, call Crocker Law Firm.
I love this twist on the pumpkin pie, a whipped pumpkin pie.
I know. It looks so good.
So
Delicious.
good. And I love what she said about there's so much cooking going on Thanksgiving Day, so much of the oven being utilized. This, you don't have to worry about it.
No, you don't. It's really simple. And I mean,
I feel like I'm going to have to try this. Maybe next week. Maybe next week I'll bring in.
If it's next week, you might have to bring it in. For like a taste test.
I might bring it in for a taste test before the real deal. Okay.
That's one thing we unfortunately can't have is a taste test after Pie Queen, which as much as I wish we could, Brie.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Just can't get over here that early.
So unfortunate.
I'll try it, I'll make it, and I'll bring it in.
Please do. Please do.
I'll try it this weekend.
I remember the pumpkin balls you made. They were so good last year.
I'm going to bring those in, too.
But, Darius, we got some good weather coming our way, though, right?
Yeah, we should have some good weather. We have pretty dry days that we are going to be tracking, which is unfortunate because we do need the rain. But we will be tracking some rain chances later this week. On Friday, looks like a cold front will drop in, bringing us our best chance for rain, and then cooler this weekend.
All right. Thank you, Darius. And thank you all for joining us this morning. We look forward to seeing you all right back here tomorrow at 6 a.m. Don't go anywhere. Your network news is coming up next.